Good morning, girls and boys. I hope you're all well and that you've all had a happy week. Today we're starting a new theme for Sunday school, which is going to run over 2 weeks. And it is in the lead up to a very special day which is coming up, and that day is Mandela Day. Those of you who are slightly older will know who Mandela was. Those of you who are younger might still be learning about him, especially now when you return to school. Mandela was a very special man. His full name was Nelson Mandela, and people used to call him Madiba, and he was our president a while ago. We as a church are sharing this project with another church in Durban North called St. Martin's. Now, St. Martin's are connected to a project called the Bambayi Project, and the theme they have chosen for Mandela Day is It Starts With Me. It's about honoring Mandela, and not only honoring Mandela, but while doing that, about honoring each other people. I sent a video yesterday, which hopefully you've watched. If you haven't, you can either watch it after this lesson, or you can stop the lesson, watch the YouTube link and for Mandela Day, and then you can come back to the lesson. Part of the Mandela Day project will be 3 challenges for people to take on board. And what you need to do when you take these 3 challenges on board is to think about other people and to honor them, to respect them. And we're going to talk about the project just now. We know that Jesus has always preached that we should honor one another. We've learnt about that when we were in Sunday school before lockdown, and we've learnt about it a lot over lockdown. In Easter, we talked about serving people when Jesus washed the feet of the disciples. We've talked about obeying our parents with a happy heart. And we've obviously also talked about obeying Jesus, because we can't hide from him. Like Jonah, when he tried to hide from Jesus, and what happened? That's right, he got swallowed by a whale. Sometimes honoring other people is easy to do, and if we're in a good mood, it's even easier. Sometimes it's really not so easy. We are human, we make mistakes. I have some books here. So I've got Mouse's First Night at Moonlight School. I've got one of my absolute favorites, Giraffes Can't Dance. And I've got this book, The 13-Story Treehouse. Each of you, if I asked you to pick one of these books, would choose a different book. Okay, so pretend that you don't know any of these stories. Okay, just by looking at the front cover, maybe flipping through the book, you would choose a different book. And I think I know what a few of you would choose. I'm going to teach you, just explain something. For example, when Charlotte was little, I tried to get her hooked onto this series, the 13-Story Treehouse. This was before she could read properly. I showed her, she looked at the front cover. It wasn't as interesting as, for example, Giraffes Can't Dance. Then she flipped through the book, and she saw that the pictures were black and white, and they were just sketches, and obviously at that age were not as interesting as beautiful, bright pictures like this. Okay, and so she didn't want to read it. Now, I'm very lucky. The preschool that Charlotte was at is right next door to my school, so in the afternoons I could go and fetch her. One term, I fetched her from school and I had to do a duty, which was to teach the grade 3 children. And Charlotte used to come with me because it was in the reading room, which at that stage was one of her favorite rooms in the school. The children would read, and then at the end of the lesson, I would read to them. And the children chose this book. It's one of their favorites. Okay. Now, Charlotte wasn't very excited because she had already decided that she didn't like this book. But she sat quietly while I read to the grade 3 children, and she realized just how exciting it is. Well, girls and boys, it didn't take her long, and she was soon hooked onto the series. She is now collecting them, and she's reading them on her own. She loves them. She judged a book by its cover, and has now learned that you can't do that with books. You really need to read the blurb, which is the thing at the back that tells you a little bit about the story, and you need to at least try. This is the kind of thing we as Christians need to always remember. God has given each of us a pair of glasses, just like these ones that I wear. Okay, these I need to help me see. It's been a very big problem at school wearing my mask, because every time I wear my mask, my glasses steam up and I can't see properly. But the glasses that God has given us help us to always see clearly, no matter what. Our glasses from God show us that we can't judge a book by its cover. You may see someone in a shop, they might look a little bit grumpy, their clothes might be scruffy, and so when you see them again, maybe in the following week when mommy goes to do her shopping, they're doing their shopping at the same time as well. You may walk away from them. You may go and hide behind mum or dad when you pass them. You are judging them based on their face, what it looks like, and their clothes. If you wear God's glasses, you might see or realize or see in through your heart that maybe they're having a bad day. Maybe that's just what their face looks like. Okay? Maybe they're rushing. They're rushing home from work. They haven't seen their children yet because their children have been at school and then were dropped off by a taxi or a lift after school. And so they want to go home and see their children and have a big hug. Maybe they're on their way to work. Maybe they work night shifts while we're all sleeping. So next time you see them, honor them. Move out of their way. They might be in a rush. Smile. And I know that it's hard now because we all wear masks and so it covers our mouths, but you know that you can smile with your eyes too. So give them a big smile. It might be just what they need. Every day, girls and boys, we have a choice to allow God to help us see, like putting on our glasses, or our other choice is to not put on those special glasses from God. When we sit down to read this special book, or your children's book, your children's Bible, ask God to help you understand what we are reading. Put on your glasses. When you don't know what decision to make, ask God to help you know what He wants you to do. What is the right decision? Put on your glasses. Or when you are angry at a friend because your friend has hurt you, ask God to help you forgive them. Put on your glasses. They might be in a bad mood. Maybe they had a fight with mom or dad on the way to school, and now their heart is sad. And them being ugly to you is just their way of acting out when all they need is a bit of love. You can show them some love. You can give them a Wi-Fi hug. You can give them a thumbs up. You can tell them that you love them. Put on your glasses. When your mom or dad tells you something to do something and you don't really want to do it, ask God to help you obey them. Put on your glasses. As we lead up to Mandela Day, I want you to honor everybody around you. I want you to honor the children that you play with, the children that you talk to, the children that you think about. I want you to honor your teachers, and I want you to honor your parents. And you can do this by seeing everyone through Jesus' eyes, in God's eyes, and the glasses that they've given you. So this week, you're going to spend the week making, it doesn't have to take you all week, but you might want it to. You're going to make either a rainbow or you're going to draw some eyes. The rainbow you would have seen in the video that I sent out. Okay, I'll send you the link as well, the PDF, so that mom and dad can help you. But you could do a rainbow and it looks like this. Can you all see it? Right, in the middle, the purple part. That is the part that says it starts with me. That is the hashtag or the theme, isn't it, that I mentioned at the beginning of the video. It starts with me. It starts with me treating you nicely. It starts with you treating mom and dad nicely and other people, girls and boys. That's where it starts. And if we start small in our church, linked with St. Martin's Church, eventually the plan is that everybody will follow and the circle of people being kind and honoring each other will grow bigger and bigger and bigger. And girls and boys, eventually, hopefully, it will take over Durban. It will take over KwaZulu-Natal. It will take over South Africa. And the plan is that we can change the world. Imagine that. Just our two little churches starting this with the Bambayi Project, a group of people who just want people to treat each other kindly. Your second layer here is for people like mom and dad, your brothers, your sisters, so the people close to you. The third layer is people who give input into your life, your teachers, your principals, Sunday school, your church, your friends. The next layer is people you might not necessarily see. For example, the people who come and clean your classrooms, especially now that we're going back and the classrooms need to be cleaned beautifully every time you leave. So the cleaning staff at your school, people who work in the shops. What about the doctors and nurses who are in the hospitals all through this pandemic? The last is groups of people in the world. So I've said things like, to give you ideas, world leaders, people who protect us, like the army, the police. In those little rainbow arches, you're going to write the names of people. Okay, and then in the PDF that I send you, it will show you ways that you can learn to honor them. For example, the cleaning staff at school, do you know their names? Do you know their surnames? Even if they're hard to pronounce, it might be worth trying to learn. Okay. The other idea that you can do is you can draw a pair of eyes, and you can draw them any shape and any color that you want to. And you can write, I see you. And then you can write the names following a similar pattern to the rainbow. So the same idea, the same examples and groups of people all around here. Now, girls and boys, you can do your rainbow using collage. You can paint. You can use things that you find in your garden to make the rainbow arch or to make the eyes. It doesn't have to be just like mine. Be as creative as you want to be. When you are done, I'd love you to please send me a photo so that I can send it on to Michelle and it can be added to the collection that our whole church is going to be making. I know you can do this, and I know that you will enjoy doing it, and I really look forward to seeing what you come up with. Let us pray. Dear God, thank you for the special glasses you have given us. We do not always find it easy to use them, but please help us to use them more and more. Help us to see others for who they really are, what is in their hearts, and not what is on the outside. Amen. Have a beautiful week, girls and boys. Grade ones. Have a beautiful week, girls and boys. And I look forward to seeing what you come up with this week. If you need any help or any extra ideas, please ask Mum to send me a WhatsApp and I'll help you. Lots of love to you all. Bye.